Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So this hobby, I think we all know it can get quite expensive with buying all the paints, all the brushes, getting files or buying miniatures, and that's all the smaller bits. Obviously there are the bigger items that we like to buy. Sometimes we need them, sometimes we just want them, but whatever reason we want them or get them, yeah, there's a lot of items that are quite expensive initially. And then obviously once you've got them, then they almost kind of pay for themselves. But talking about paying for themselves, there are some things that can definitely do that. Is a laser engraver. So I've got the Algolaser Alpha Mk2 here. Awesome machine, really big sort of size to it as well, which is great. And obviously you can make your own, well, your own merch and stuff. We'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. But obviously I've been using laser engravers a lot, especially in the last sort of year, 2 years. And I've made absolutely all sorts, such as that awesome book that kind of hides a little secret. As in, this was cut up on the Algolaser. There's a video out this, yeah, about a month or so ago. I think I did a video showing how I did this. And obviously, a very detailed, intricate-looking book. But obviously, this one hides a nice little secret, as it holds my miniatures. These are for the Baron's War. But obviously, the other thing I've made with laser engravers is these kind of display boxes. I've made coins for D&D, which is just awesome because obviously everyone loves to have coins when they're playing games. But I've also turned cardboard, like rubbish. Say cardboard you get loads of, obviously it's all free, but this can be cut up really, really well and turned into, well, in this case, I made a little hut or house for the game Pillage. But again, once you paint it, decorate it, a bit of flocking, obviously it then doesn't really look like it's made from cardboard, as well as obviously making a whole variety of buildings from MDF. Say 3mm MDF is kind of like the go-to stuff. But you're also seeing I've made a ton of stuff, well, terrain for games like Necromunda, Warhammer, Kill Team, them kind of things. Absolutely a shed load of a variety of sort of terrain pieces. You can get these files for free on Thingiverse. Obviously, if you're very clever, then I'm sure you'll be able to make up your own as well. But yeah, absolutely a ton of stuff you can make with laser engravers. So there really is obviously no end. It's just the imagination, such as this. This is a dice tower. So not only obviously use it as a bit of terrain for your miniatures, but you also get to roll your dice in the thing on the board, which is great because sometimes dice do tend to fall off onto the floor. So this way, bosh, it stays in. But obviously laser engravers for me, it's the intricacy and the detail that you can get from obviously cutting things up, which is absolutely awesome. And the Algolaser Alpha Mk2 is, yeah, an amazing bit of kit. Obviously, this does turn up as a little sort of DIY project, but again, if I can build these things, anyone can. It is just a case of there's 4 main sections. All you've got to do is put a few screws in here and there, and plug in some cables. I say the instructions on this are real simple, easy to follow guide. And then, yeah, you're ready to go. It's a case of then obviously getting the power in, getting the air assist, and depending on how you're going to connect this, whether you're going to use a USB or you can just plug it straight into your laptop. Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. I say it's a lovely big size, this. I have used some that have been quite small in the past, so having a larger size is pretty cool. It does have the safety features of the emergency stop button, as well as the key, which I absolutely love because without this key, this machine won't work. So all you got to do is take the key out when you're not using it, and you know no one else can. And there are some add-ons you can get, as in you can buy this roller for your Alpha Mark II, and with that you can then laser engrave onto anything cylindrical, which is cool. So again, another way of making your own sort of merch or making things to sort of sell, which is obviously a great way of recouping your money and making this hobby a lot more less expensive, because obviously if you can sell stuff, then yeah, you can then have more money to buy more bits and pieces, which is just awesome. So most of the things obviously I've been laser engraving have been 3mm MDF wood, obviously because I'm making lots and lots of pieces for wargaming and the like. But obviously, as you can see on the screen, yeah, there's so many different kind of things you can actually laser engrave. So especially if you do want to make some money from this, and then obviously you can use the money to go and buy more and more miniatures and bits and pieces. Yeah, but this thing really can laser engrave on pretty much anything you can sort of get underneath it, which is just great. So obviously, as it is Christmas just round the corner, I mean, it really has sort of sprung up on us. You can obviously laser engrave some last minute objects.
whether they're just to go on the tree, or as you can see here, they are trees. Yeah, there really is no end to what you can make with this thing. It really is an awesome bit of kit. So for any of those wondering, you can also buy a cover for this, which is great as it does have an extractor fan built in, just to get rid of all the fumes and like.
So as you can see, absolutely crazy amount of things you can make with one of these, which is why I say I've been certainly using these a lot more in the last year, just because they are versatile. There's so much you can do with them, and obviously things like MDF, it isn't expensive at all. And obviously making things out of cardboard, I've got a ton of cardboard. I don't know about you, but obviously every time I get a delivery, well, more and more cardboard. So being able to use that with a laser engraver like the Alpha Mk2 is just awesome. To be able to make, well, a full table full of terrain, and it won't cost you anything, which is absolutely awesome. But getting onto a way of making obviously some of your money back with these, and yeah, that's definitely merch. If you're a YouTuber or you want to sell stuff with your own logo on, if you are lucky enough to be like that. But also you can laser engrave all kinds of things. So obviously I've got the coasters, but you can get things like chopping boards and you can customize them. So a lot of people sell a lot of this sort of stuff on Etsy. So you can sell obviously physical items, or you can make the files up, like some of the files that I use to make all the terrain with. Obviously a lot of it's free, but there are some bits that aren't free. So if you are good and technically minded, then yeah, you can make up some designs, plans, and again, sell them on Etsy or wherever you can find to sell them. So yeah, having one of these is awesome for the hobby, for the stuff that you need, but you can also sort of recoup some of the money for the cost of this and materials and all the paints, pens, and all the other stuff just by making things with these, which is just absolutely awesome. I'll say now it's definitely a good time to be getting one of these if you've always been on the edge of should I, shouldn't I. Yeah, check out the links down below to Algolaser, the Alpha Mk2, as well as the other range of things that they do there. Because obviously there are some discounts going on at the moment, which is just a perfect time to buy one of these. Treat yourself for Crimbo, because obviously that's not far away at all. So yeah, guys, check out all the links down below. I say a big thank you to Algolaser for sponsoring the video. But as always, all the videos I do, guys, I'm never told what to say. I basically use my own words, as you can tell, because I kind of waffle through videos. But yeah, awesome machine. Say it is a big size as well, which is just great. So I've got some smaller sheets of MDF. I've got some A3 sheets. But yeah, you can definitely get even bigger than A3 on here, which is just awesome. Right, before I ramble on and waffle for Britain, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to leave links down. Leave links? Hit the like button. So this is where I shouldn't really script things because my memory just goes to the pot sometimes. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments. We'll get there in the end. I think it's because I'm just going mad. It's Christmas. I'm getting excited. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.